Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Elsewhere, Enderal. The other one. The other one. So I gotta admit something before we get started here. I don't know anything about this. I guess I shouldn't say that. I know a decent amount about the behind the scenes of the creation of this mod and its eventual dissolution into effectively a standalone thing in Steam. We will specifically be playing the standalone thing in Steam, consequently. Oh, speaking of which, I need to check something on Twitch, because Twitch is being really weird last night when I was setting this up. Nope. Okay, we're still good. Just making sure. Now, because this is Skyrim, as with all such times I stream Skyrim, Skyrim's kind of weird about alt-tabbing. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do this. Damn it. And we've already broken it. God, I hate streaming Skyrim sometimes. Whatever. Whatever. So, it's a mod. It's from Skyrim. Is it showing up properly? I might as well just do that really quick. No, I did not, Hazardous. Yeah, looks like we're okay. Whoops. I'm actually just going to restart the game because I really don't want to deal with that. So give me just a second here. I know what you're thinking. Not deal with what? Well, so I play games in windowed mode, obviously, because windowed mode is... it's streaming. I don't feel like I actually need to explain myself on that one. So I'm sitting here, playing the game, and if you Alt-Tab in any way other than a specific manner when it comes to Skyrim, it stops capturing the mouse properly. And that just leads to irritation. I guess I could do that. That's not a bad idea. I might do that. By the way, hi Leander, hi Hazardous, and hello Loner. I hope at least a few of you are interested in this run, since a huge number of you were interested in this run. Speaking of which, I should give the thanks here, because I have a pretty big list of thanks for this one. This is our most requested run ever, by the way, in terms of number of people requesting it, edging out Pathfinder Kingmaker by 2 people. Let me just double check, just make sure. Yep, Doom Eternal is pretty close. Warcraft 3 Reforged is pretty close. And of course, Pathfinder was only 2 less people, but we have never had more requests for a premiere run than this run. So I sure hope this is worth it to you guys. But as I said earlier, to give the whole thanks, we have thanks to Primarch the Mage, Javan, Uchiha Daisuke, Magister of Quel'Thalas, Jimmy Bailey 14, Stanzalot, Bragwin, Gavel, Nightwatch, Ice Tray, Tom Cruise, Mom Shoes, Interstellar Zen Master, Agram 76, Psychotic _ DC Guy 3, Mr. Botlin, Bronze the Butt Dragon, Hourglass 8, Myron 97, Zeiss Schreiber, Epic Da Vinci, Chucky Sleaze, Arathrobo, Mr. Goodcat, The God Emperor's Finest 1993, Diesel Edge, Scalium, Eingrad, Parsaeska, and X Sneaky Biggle X. Thank you, everyone of you who put money towards this and helped to keep this show going. You are awesome, and thank you, all of you. Now, yeah, go ahead and save. Patterns? I knew it. It has to be better than Anthem. I sure hope so. Is Warcraft 3 Reforged still need funding? Warcraft 3 Reforged is the 4th most funded run we've ever had on this site. I think... I don't think it needs more funding, but if you want to put more money towards it, that's up to you. That's why it's still up there. We don't even have a release date for that thing yet. Come on. I'm sorry, give me a second. The game is being really weird. I hate Skyrim sometimes. Okay. Whoop, 1 second. I need to check something. Just got an email from the electric company. Like now. I called them an hour ago, and they're like, hey, now that you've hit record on your job, Nope, we appear to be good. Okay. Yes, more Anthem, as you can see, Zeiss. I just finished saying thank you to you, and to 30 other people. It's worth noting, I know nothing, absolutely nothing, about the story of this game. I know that it's hard. Every single time I've looked up Enderal, the first thing every review or comment has said about this is that this game is difficult. I'm not sure how you have difficulty in an Elder Scrolls game, so I guess we'll see how that works out. I know that sounds weird, but I mean, think about it. Most Elder Scrolls games, you know, the difficulty is just they hit harder and have more health. That's not difficulty. Oh, we should keep a crash counter, because it's Skyrim. I have to talk with Daddy. He wants to tell me something important. Where is he? Dad. Dad, where are you? Where are you? Oh, hello, horsey. That joke's for like 5 of you. Yeah, we beat Anthem yesterday. Hold on a second. That's not right. There we go. Nope, that's the wrong option. Hang on. There it is. And I want that for sneak. Okay, that should be right. Sorry, the key bindings were wrong. There we go. And then sneak. Sneak? I can't sneak. Well, whatever. Suddenly we are playing Herbman. The herbiest man of them all. Hey, Dad. What's up?
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
I totally did. Where are we?
Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just Mommy, sister, you and me. Now tell me, how did it go? Did you find it?
Why is there blood on the stump?
No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Yeah, my wood doesn't bleed all that much. What's the Creator? Damn it, there's an invisible wall! Ah, well. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Yep, okay, we're okay, we're okay. Listen. They don't call me the cheat... not the cheat runner, the bug runner for nothing. Okay, why do they have a heart and... That's a lot of meat. I mean, I know you have to store a lot of meat, but, like... I mean... Hey, Dad. Sup?
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
What about Mommy and Sister?
What? Now when you look at that, I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime, to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
But I didn't kill them, Daddy. It was the masked men.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry. Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
The end.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the born. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, acquired eternal life.
My hands are off the keyboard here.
They gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over
Yeah, the opening is not playing at all.
fair hand.
Like, the opening is not playing.
1 century
It's actually trying to crash,
by the
basically.
shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or lightborn, as they let themselves
I'm
be
just gonna
worshipped
do that.
as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aran. And he
I can't do anything, Zolok. That's the problem. Like I said, it's not. It's doing that thing where a program is holding, and you can either hit an input, which will basically force it to crash, or you can wait for it to resolve whatever it's doing. It's in half-crash status, in other words, for those of you know what I'm talking about, which I'm sure is most of you.
There are gaps of power. Fights erupt. As such.
So we're just gonna kind of chill here. How's your guys' day going? Everything going good? Everything going good?
And broken.
Kind of chilling here, hanging out. Got the bills all squared away. I need to do taxes too. I'll probably do that tonight.
So that
I love taxes. They're the best part of life right there. Flinging money away at people that don't deserve it. I'm sorry, that's too controversial, isn't it? I don't like taxes. There we go. That's not a controversial statement.
Its gears now once again.
Hey, the Star Trek Picard show will be on Amazon Prime. Woo!
This is the story of someone.
No, seriously, I'm happy about that because CBS All Access can go suck it. Just waiting patiently. Up. Okay.
Shh, hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what?
Sorry, they wanted me to bring them a nice piece of meat.
Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this.
So starships exist?
Things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this?
Nah.
To your family, I mean.
Nah. Nonsense. They killed them, not me, and I know that.
As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal.
What?
It's amazing.
A place with no slaves?
Blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
I mean, the mere idea that that's a weird thing is just kind of insane.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately.
Nah, that's fine.
What's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she?
No.
Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Well, we are half Aglubian, Gablarian, Katarian, or Shakitian. The music choice is certainly interesting here, I'll tell you what. I'm actually not finding any good information on battle spires. Just thought I'd look that up really quick, because I don't actually remember what battle spires are in lore. Besides, this is an Elder Scrolls, obviously. Okay. 500 pennies, woo! Okay. Kyrians originated from the namesake desert continent, which is said to be both barren and inhospitable. At the same time, it's also known as the cradle of science, mysticism, and culture. While many foreign countries admire Kyra for its advanced culture, they often deemed it heretical and immoral, especially on religious continents like Enderal. A secluded people, the inhabitants of the Belt of Kyle are said to have a reclusive mind. The Kylians are deemed as blessed businessmen, a rumor that can be ascribed to the Blue Island Coalition, which is Vin's biggest trading company and located in Kyle, among other things. Half Kylians start with a bonus on rhetoric, carrying capacity, sleight of hand, and marksman. Yes, but this isn't an Elder Scrolls game, emotion pun. which is the point I've made several times now. Yeah, I noticed the text isn't properly cropped on the right there, but whatever. Originating in the barren and steppe-like continent Araziel, the Arazilian are a divided people. While the nomadic natives in the steppes maintain their pantheistic traditions, the coastal inhabitants regard them as primitive and struggle for recognition as a full-fledged part of civilized world. Native to the swampy continent Maiar Aranoth, the destruction of the land caused by decades of war forced many Eterna to escape to other countries where various destinies awaited them. Some pursued and disregarded them because of their innate magical talent. Some revered them for it. Many Eterna earn their life as traveling minstrels. Half Eterna start with bonus for elementalism, entropy, mana, and enchanting. Why does it only tell you what bonus you start with for 2 of the races? Kylene and Eterna. Oh, that's ridiculous anyways. We're going to go with these guys. So we'll be this. Male. We'll be kind of like halfway here. Super skinny. Look, if I can't be skinny in real life, I'll be skinny in game. Damn it. Where's... Did I miss it? I did not. There we go. Hair. That's the only one that really matters. There we go. And let's get a nice beard going on. Or not. You know, I'm starting to think nobody actually has the type of beard that I do in real life. Because it's never an option in video games. You ever notice that? We'll go with that. Name your character. We shall be called... There we go. Enderal Renewer.
Right, I remember. She fled from that civil war the Black Crescent caused, didn't she? Ironic, isn't it? Seems some parents pass on their fates to their children. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit. Someone's coming.
Women nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. Man, smells like 4 years balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Wait. Someone's there.
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
Okay.
Oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now?
How evil are we? Oh, you know what we could do? We could finally do our Two-Face playthrough. If I could find my coin. I've been packing so much stuff lately, I don't actually know where my coin is. I'm serious, I've actually lost the coin. And I don't know where it ended up. Like, it's weird, it's kind of hard for me to lose something like that. Never mind, it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Go figure! Okay. The coin says... don't kill them.
Yes, yes, of course, that makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on, help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Yeah, that's... Yep, nope. The coin's not wrong. The coin is never wrong.
Lost souls.
What the?
The probabilities have turned against you.
Did you just...
Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please.
Okay, hold on a second. I need to explain something. Now, I don't know why, but all of the mods I had installed on my last playthrough of Skyrim are installed on this. And I haven't really had an option to change that. In fact, I'm not even sure how to change that. So, Sky UI and all that, that's actually because I had that installed when we played Skyrim for the Elder Scrolls Lore Run last year. So, that's why that's a thing.
We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you, but sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons.
So, that's default too? Just to be clear. Because that's part of, I can't think of the name of it right now. Which actually was throwing errors at the starting screen if you were paying attention. Really? That's very strange. ENB or something like that.
I am sorry.
What the... Oh no! No! What are you doing? Please! Please don't leave! We just wanted to...
After we had left Ostin, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, Madame,
Madame.
we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us, the war, we just wanted a second chance, that's all.
A second chance.
You know, it's funny. So far, I'd say about half the voice acting is actually quite good. You know, it's the kind of stuff that I've seen myself for my own theater work. And then there's the other half. And I suppose that's natural, right? I mean, hell, that happens in professional things, never mind something that was made by fans.
Yes, I think I understand you.
And he's dead.
You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you, you know? We could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain.
I don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in there.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
I mean, don't run or anything.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
But anyways, Sirius's voice actor is pretty good. And I also liked the guy who played our dad earlier. Oh, hey, it's actually playing. Nope, it's not. I was wrong.
Breathe.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Tell me, what is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never...
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm doing.
It's just... There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
What is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
That was loud. Well, we're in Sovngarde. Good to know. What in the world? Yeah, okay, fine. I leave the world. So that's 3 times in like 20 minutes we've woken up from something. I'm sensing a trend here. Oh my god, that blur needs to go away. Nip, back. God, how can you not see that blur? There's no option, is there? Hang on. Save. Quit game. Yes. Give me a second. Oh, for God's sakes. Properties. Updates. Do not Steam Cloud synchronize. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. Settings. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see here. Audio. Yep, we're fine with that. Draw distance. Yep. Field of view. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. There we go. Blur. No. or low, apparently. There's no no option. We got that set up. We got that set up. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Save settings. Boop. See if it improves anything. There we go. Yeah, see, it is E and B. I was right. Whatever. Ah! It is I! The psionic elementalism mentalism. So apparently I'm good at light armor and one-handed, and that's basically it. Everything else is super average. Oh, time to take a bath. There we go, there we go. Ah, I feel better. I think I'll eat some rocks, too. And some flowers. Alright, where the hell am I? Oh, hey. Behold, Enderal. As drawn by Magister Zela on behalf of the Holy Order in the year 8233 AST. Map's actually nice. In fact, I would go so far to say that I already like the map better than default Skyrim's, but as I've talked about before, I actually despise default Skyrim's map, so whatever. That was a strange lighting transition, but sure, whatever. The ruin. The shovel. Whoops, wrong button. Wait, what? Hey, there's some more. Oh, I don't have a pickaxe. Do you have a pickaxe? Nope, but he's got a sword. Alright, I'm ready, guys. Oh, there is a pickaxe here. Hey, let's mine some more. Wouldn't be Skyrim without doing the first thing we do is get some crafting going on. Gotta work off that debt, man. That's how that works, right? Hey, blood. Why is there blood? Why is there always blood? What is with my life and blood? Am I a vampire again? I'm gonna laugh if that's true. I really am. Oh, good. There's some Dwemer tech here. Thank goodness. Yay, my one-handed has gone up. Woo! They really like the creepy music, don't they? I'm not complaining, it's just they really like the creepy music. Okay. Die, statue! Wait, hang on. Nope. Yep, wrong button. Hi, Rusty. Ah, okay. I mean, I will be there. I tried to interact with that earlier, and the skeleton was apparently blocking it. Is it Z? It should be C. Does not appear to be Z. Hang on. Oh, right. It's E, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Anyways, as for getting scared, I mean, horror stuff usually doesn't do anything for me. I've actually talked about that before. But I don't mean that in a bravado, oh, I'm not scared kind of a way. It's more like, most of the time I'm just like, okay. Now, disturbed, yeah, no, things disturb the hell out of me. And that's just not cool. Also, atmosphere, that can get to me. As anybody who watched the Subnautica run can attest to. What, jump scares and typical horror stuff? Nah. It's actually, I think, this is just a theory. A lore theory. But one of the reasons I think that horror just doesn't do it for me in general is because typical horror things just don't do anything for me other than gross me out. And weirdly enough, I don't like being grossed out. So I just look at that like, ugh. Anything else? Nope, just more gross. Okay. Damn it, Bragwin. I haven't invented the long-range cure yet. I'm still working on that. But I do hope it turns out well. God, I'm so used to not having an auto-run button. Can I just say that this is the best thing ever? I've actually heard some people not understand why people like me really appreciate having an auto-run button. I want you to just, like picture playing a game, right? And picture holding down W the whole time. Like, after a while, this just starts to get irritating. It's not difficult. It's not painful. It's just after a while, you start to strain that finger quite a bit. And then you're just like, you know, you try to rest it, and of course you stop moving. Because you have to hold down W, because there's no auto-run. I don't understand why games don't actually have an auto-run thing. Like this. This is auto-run right here. I hit it, I go. And that way I don't have to strain my finger constantly to do it. It makes a little more sense in a console game, because in a console game it takes a lot less to do this. Because this is all that's required to move forward in a console game. But this... Ugh. Anyways. Sorry. I now have arcane fever. And now it's getting even worse. No! I don't know what arcane fever is, but I'm sure it's fine. It's fine, guys. I'll just bathe in this phazon for a minute. It'll be cool. I beat Anthem Vigilant, if that answers your question. Okay, so magic and magic stuff causes arcane fever. Not really sure what arcane fever is yet, but I get the general idea. There's also stuff to remove arcane fever. Thank you, Vigilant. Although, I gotta be honest, I literally wouldn't have beat that game without Eric's help, so he deserves, you know, praise there as well. Inedible beer. How many crashes? Yeah, 24. Or was it 26? I don't remember. I wrote it on the website. I guess I could check. It was 26. Hello. Hello. There we go. I don't have enough learning points. I don't even know what that means. And just like all achievements, it's not worth anything, Zeiss. Sorry, I don't mean that like that. I like achievement hunting too, as long as achievement hunting's fun. Microsoft points level up your internet persona, Bragman. And when you're high enough level, you gain 15 brag rights. Now, it takes 5 brag rights just to be able to do a social anxiety attack on someone's self-esteem points. So having 15, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm not fond of it either, Dakota, but whatever. I mean, at this point, I actually think Oblivion looks better than Skyrim overall. And I mean that sincerely. On virtue of aesthetics rather than quality, because obviously Skyrim has better fidelity. I mean, duh. What in the world? There we go. Yep, they were all burning Microsoft points, Sprig. Wait a minute, are there rocks in this muffin? Because if there aren't... I have no idea, Zeiss. That's a very unusual mechanism right there. Totally invisible. You totally can't... Oh, God, no! It's a mud elemental. Oh, God. Yes, I know that. Thank you. I got this, guys. Oh, crap. I'm gonna die, guys. Because I'm trapped. Hi, Myron. Thank you, Myron. I know you're one of the ones who funded this. Run. Wow. I am doing nothing to this guy. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. A better intro than Skyrim? Yes. But, as I have discussed during the Elder Scrolls lore run, and in a few places elsewise, I really, really do not like Skyrim's intro. I feel it is bad in almost every way. Almost. I mean, we took a fine-tooth comb through that intro when we were doing it for the lore run. Hi, Saldeer. It was awful. I mean, that's kind of pretty. I imagine the overworld box is pretty large, although considering I'm on a modern machine of Doom with an SSD, still a little bit eyebrow-raising at the load times there. Like, I don't have the most up-to-date computer it's possible to have, but, you know? Now you gotta say it right, emotion pawn. Graphics! Probably not supposed to go this way, but whatever. Hello, bird. Goodbye, bird! Oh my god, it let me kill him. Delicious feathers. Okay. More feathers for the feather god! Listen. I've only got one word for you, Leander. And bird is the word. God dang it. You're probably wondering why I keep drawing my sword. I've been playing Anthem for 3 days. If that doesn't answer the question, the draw sword is the R button. You're not going to try Dragon Age 4? I guarantee you a lot of people are going to put money towards me streaming Dragon Age 4 when it comes out. That's probably not where I'm supposed to be. Sploosh, 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 sploosh. Hey, what's up?
Now, would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
Well, where am I?
Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
I'm sorry, what's up with my eyes?
There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple.
So why are you here?
Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things.
I mean, in fairness, I just ran from the troll. And yes, we beat Anthem yesterday, Guido. And hi, Guido. And hi, Galaxy Tides. Hi, everyone I haven't said hi to yet. Especially Zanbri, and more Cowbell, and Bragwin, and Geludo, and You Cannot Alter, and Saldir. But not you, Nero Zaz. I'm watching you. Can you tell me more about this region?
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
Thank you very, very much, Galaxy Tides. As ever and as always, I appreciate those subs. Thank you. If there's a future stream you're interested in, go ahead and let me know. And if you just want to put it towards everything, just let me know too. I'm going to start saying that each time so people know that that's an option. Or maybe I should say put it towards whatever. What do you think? What's a good way to get across the idea that you're interested in everything and not something in specific? Because I keep getting people to do that. Yeah, 26 probably sounds pretty low, Guido. It was an average of 1 crash every 39 minutes. I did the math. So any places that might be of interest to an adventurer?
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Also, good morning, Blue Up Alex. And yeah, I agree, Zeiss. That's unclear. I'm gonna have to think of better terminology than that. So someone asked, it was Huthor, can you criticize the voice acting of Fremont? Well, yeah, I mean, you can criticize all you want. But I don't think anything I've heard is negative worthy so far. At best, I've heard some people who do, you know, high school play acting, which isn't actually all that bad. It's just not good. Because good voice acting, you know, is well, good, but bad voice acting? Like, I've heard bad voice acting. Every now and again, I hear someone be like, oh, God, this voice actor's terrible, and I'm just sitting here thinking, you haven't heard bad voice acting. You know what? Hang on. Give me just a second. Syndragosa is bad, but,
So, can you move, Uru? Karen?
Wow, I really can't move my body.
What did you do, Nicole?
Perfume digitaris, a type of muscle relaxant gas.
I'm not going to play the whole thing. Look up Chaos Wars if you want a pretty good example of bad voice acting. That is just... Anyways. Just... Whew. That's not a bad idea. Say, put it towards lore choice. That's not a bad idea. And anybody who doesn't put it towards anything, I should start doing that too. Just kind of jot it down. And if they don't put it towards anything, I'll put it towards lore's choice. That's not a bad idea. Monotone voices. What a... I'm sorry, I can't even complete the joke. There we go. Sorry, getting everything set up. Okay. You said you were an apothecarius. What the hell is like a path?
By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
What the hell is Malthus?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society, generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
So I'm sorry, you have a religious caste system.
In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realized that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path, and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death.
I guess that's fair, Blue Elf. It just kind of grinds my gears a little bit that people will listen to a voice actor who's fine and be like, oh my god, it's the worst thing ever, spit venom, spit venom. That just gets on my nerves when people do that. I've had my own viewers do that. So who are the pathless?
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers. Well, you know.
So there's a rumor the gods are dead in Narum.
And over here, there's a rumor that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy.
Oh, don't worry, I'm definitely not a heretic. So just an idea yourself?
Maybe. But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours.
Yes, I would, Emotion Pawn. Without hesitation. Thanks for the help.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the Stilton?
Woo! I leveled. I got a memory point and 4 crafting points and 5 learning points. I don't know what any of that means, but let's raise. God, I don't know. I mean, I guess we should decide now. So let's be a mage.
Clean all the tools.
Places, Finn. I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
My arcane fever worsened. No.
By the righteous path. What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Yeah, I've got a fever. The only prescription.
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Damn right. Sit down by a fire to fix a fever.
If the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroots, Gruntroots. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cup, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn! The still!
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, You're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what the heck just happened?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion and the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh, shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
For the record, I couldn't get up from the chair. It wasn't letting me. So this is going to be the 4th time we've woken up? Seriously. So hang on. We woke up at the beginning. Then we woke up after being, hit by the lady. And then we woke up on the beach and we woke up here. So yeah, this is 4 times we've woken up.
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
I'm sorry, how do you know about the apothecary? Were you the one they attacked?
I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help, for 2 reasons. 1, I was outnumbered. 2, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry.
So what do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yeah.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age.
You're a wizard, Harry!
Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
So an Arcanist can cure the fever.
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
So what do you mean by a little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
So, this is neat and all from a story perspective, but what this sounds like to me from a gameplay perspective is this is now a survival mechanic. Instead of having to eat or drink like most survival games do, we have to manage our fever level. Also, this isn't Elder Scrolls related at all. It's a unique world and or system. I'm not really sure. So, if I can contain the fever, but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
Cool. That sounds better than being possessed by a demon of desire, I suppose. Hang on, what's an Orboya?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad.
That is not what that text said. However, I'm going to let it go because I want to say something else instead. So it's puberty?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
What about the visions?
You have visions?
Yeah. Like premonitions of things that are about to happen.
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
It's almost like you're the player character.
Well then, the stage is yours.
So there I was, in my mother's fallopian tube.
I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yeah, but it wasn't a dream. It was more like a memory. The temple I saw it in was the same one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Yeah, they shoved Genova cells into me.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
Cool. Who's your employer?
Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order.
So you're an enforcer of the Lightborn.
Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council. Just an order of noble warriors, always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation.
Alright, I'll help you. Let's do this.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and fateers attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness.
Hang on. Do you think the chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn death? Because everyone in Nerim talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
Okay. So you actually believe someone killed the gods?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway.
Heh.
Gods.
God damn it. Thank you very, very much, Not Blessed. As ever and as always. Much appreciate those subs. If there's a future run you're interested in, you'd like to put that towards, just let me know. Or you can just put it to Lore's choice. Either way, thank you very much. Now to kill some gods! Woo!
Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. And they, of course, deny everything. But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way, at least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment.
Oh man, we could always use a good religious war. Those are always wonderful. Yeah, we beat Pathfinder last Thursday, I think, Expodi? Something like that. Here I thought the Enderalians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are.
Okay.
Would they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Far from it.
Splendid. You never know. But we digress.
No, I would never digress. You mentioned something about a red madness?
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
Well, that's probably good for politics.
The teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers, his name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back.
So what'd he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
I'm sorry, I'm just amused at the idea that the teacher was so boring that most of the students didn't actually recognize what he was saying. They just kind of tuned him out. It's like, oh, he's droning on again. Scribbling notes or like sketches in their notebooks. And all of a sudden, wait, what'd I miss?
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
Okay, you're after his motives, I get that. But what the hell can I do about that?
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here. And according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Sure.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Okay. Oh hey, quest objectives are marked in difficulty by stars. I now have a quest. A 1-star quest. Doesn't say a level, but that's what it is. Alright, here's the map. Whoa, we've moved a bit, haven't we? Actually, we've moved a lot. What the hell? We were over here. Like, this is where we started off. And then he dragged us over here. I like to think that he just carried us on our back. And we are really, really heavy sleepers. That's why we keep passing out. Like, we're so tired, guys. You don't even know. You don't even know. And it was just, oh, can't keep going. Blurg. Mega blurg. There we go. It is a nice map. I like it. Props for it. Don't know how informative it is, but it's cool looking. Okay. Time to kill people. I mean, not kill people. Alright, so I want to be a mage. I want to mage it up. I don't know what my this window over here is because it's literally off the screen. You see that? My TS colon is 5, my TS colon is 4, and my TS colon is 2. So that's good to know. Oh, hang on, apparently that's learning points. You receive learning points with need them to learning books, combat-related skills, and which merchants or find in the. You receive crafting points with need them to use workmanship, your artisanal skill. And of course, you need memory points to talents and memories from the memory trees. You receive 1 of level up. Yeah, this is not impressing me, the scaling problem here. Why? What does this? Oh, whatever. What do we got here? So is this... That's... okay. So this is assassination. This is lycanthrope. This is focus. I'm guessing that's mage of some kind. Net of souls. I have no idea what that is. And Tempest. And my personal favorite... never mind, I guess that's it. Well, with absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Let's see here. Elemental sounds good. You know, traditional style. So we can, because this is Elemental, this is Thaumaturge, and this is Sinistro. This is Vandal, this is Keeper, and this is Blade Dancer. This is Infiltrator, this is Vagrant, and this is Trickster. And this is just Lycanthrope. If there was Vampire, I would take it. No joke. So I'm thinking Lycanthrope or Elementalist. What do you guys think? Which should we do? I guess we'll think about that for a bit. So we don't need to do that right now. Oh god, loading. Why is it underlined? Why does the music stop when I do that? It's actually kind of weird. So this is an aggregate negative we're building here. So far we've got 2 things on it. Load times and scaling. Because I am not impressed with that scaling. And if you're wondering what I mean by the scaling, this is what I mean by the scaling. Because you see, entropy is the forbidden school of the entropy. Summon creatures from the other realm, souls of your enemies, and to use magic. Entropy is the subject of Sinistrope. Like, I can get kind of the idea there, but that's not great. Where are we at? Actually, let's go this way. Music's nice.
Blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Oh no. Apparently we're gonna be a lycanthrope after all. We can't even reach him. In fact, we actually got experience for that. I didn't even touch him. Maybe loner? I didn't see any, but whatever. Wouldn't be the first time. Alright, who's throwing boulders? Hands up. Suddenly we're playing Zelda here. I only killed 3, Zalok. That's below the minimum required for them to kill me. Alright. What do you guys think of the storytelling so far? Honest question. I'm not going to give my opinion because I don't want to bias or taint. Nah, mud crabs must die. Mud crabs must die. Ugh. Okay. The game doesn't seem to be laggy. I mean, if I hold tab, it kind of gets wigs out, but that's it. How did I skip a dungeon, Zeiss? When did I skip a dungeon? God dang it.
Now look at me, a local traveler. Some folks just never learn.
That's all you got?
Damn it.
Like the bite of a flea.
You fucking scum! You'll pay for that!
Probably not. There. Somewhere? Still, there he is. And so ends the adventures of Errol Runair, the deadest man in Enderal. Oh, Jesus. Hi, Kingsfold. I mean, I gotta be honest, the whole "and then you wake up again" thing is a little silly. Like, it almost feels like it's an inside joke at this point. 4 times back-to-back is a little much. If it keeps happening, I'm gonna officially call that a meme territory. But, I don't know. Since you guys have started giving me your opinions, I can go and give mine. I feel like it's a little too upfront with the dialogue, and I don't know why I feel that way. Like, hypothetically, a game that starts with plenty of dialogue shouldn't be a negative, right? And yet, I find myself sitting here thinking, Like, I feel de-invested, and I don't actually know why. You know what I mean? Ooh. Ice Claw. Where's my pumpkins? There they are. Maybe Hector? I don't know. All mud crabs must die. You know the drill.
No.
What?
No. You will not take her. Away with you.
What?
You will not have her. Elfried stays with me. And drop the disguise already. I know a god of death when I see one.
Huh? Really? Just got a copy wrong on my FF13 video. I know what you're thinking. Which FF13 video? The one from 6 years ago. The first one we did. Anyways, I'm sorry. God of Death? What?
What?
Yeah, I'm not the God of Death yet. But, it's also kind of undeath, too. It's kind of one package.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a nightmare. Anyway, who are you? I wasn't expecting to meet anyone else out here. Save for the bandits, that is.
Yeah, that's the one, Dakota. So, long story. What are you doing out here? You don't look like the adventurer type.
No, I'm not. This ruin over there. You know, I'm a merchant, and my specialties are all kinds of things with historical background. The things you usually find in ruins. Of course, I'm usually not stupid enough to go looking for them myself, but there was this traveler from Ark who told me about this place, the Three River Watch, and he said that it's hardly guarded. Well, since I was in the area anyway, I thought it wouldn't hurt to take a look. Great idea, really. Look, I know we just met, but truth be told, I really got myself into some trouble here, and you look as if you know how to defend yourself. Something terrible happened, and I simply don't know what to do anymore.
Okay, Platty, don't do this. There's your voice direction. So this has to do with Elfried, right?
Yes, my Elfried. She was kidnapped. By the stars, I was so stupid. We were just about to make camp for the night, and I went to search for some firewood. And then, just like that, she's gone.
Well, I'm guessing you think the bandits took her?
No, a Vatir. I heard him grunting, you know. He lives in that damned ruin. I tried to sneak in, but it's impossible. And I can't go back to Riverville for help either. That would take way too long. Please, you have to help me. If anything happens to Elfried, I would never forgive myself.
I mean, she's not terrible. She's doing a decent effort here. I'll give her that. But it's a noticeable shift from what we've seen from earlier actors. Although, if I could say something that probably is going to sound controversial but shouldn't be, when it comes to doing a fan project, you take every female voice actress you can get. Because you invariably tend to have more female lines than female actresses. Trust me. Anyways, so, I got you.
Oh, by the ancient fathers, thank you, and hurry.
Yep, so I don't want to barter with you.
Blessed and stay safe.
New quest. Save that person. From this way. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da. Suddenly we're back in Morrowind. So what's the difference between the Angel of Death and the God of Death? Well, the God of Death is kind of, you know, the one in charge. The Angel of Death, they have to do all the dirty work. I don't know. Depends on the mythos, I suppose. Oh, it's a bucket! Hang on, save. Let's just kind of go here. Yep. Oh, well. I don't actually know how to do the trick anyways. I mean, so we're gonna have to really decide how we're... Jesus! What? Ah! Wah! What? Wah! What? Yep, let's... Hang on. We gotta heal the Skyrim way. Oh no. They actually only heal out of combat. Oh no! It's okay, though. We made it. Ooh, it's an eyeball. Anyways, so what we're gonna have to decide...
By the gods! Over here, precious! Over here! It's all right now. Mommy is back. Yes, it's all right. I don't even know how to thank you. 1 second later in that thing. I don't even want to think about it. Here, take this. It's a rare herb, and I hope it's compensation enough for your efforts. At least partially. If you need anything else, just come talk to me. Now that that beast is gone, I might as well take a look at the area.
How you holding up?
Good, thanks. I think I'll stay here for another day or two. The traveler was right. This place really is a gold mine.
Okay.
Walk blessed and stay safe.
Hello, little guy. You're welcome. Scritch. No, come back. I had to rip the wings off that butterfly. Very important. The fate of the world might depend on those butterfly wings. So, anyways, so Sancris brings up something, and we need to decide this at some point or another, so this is probably a good time to discuss this. How do we rate the gameplay of a mod? Because we could just basically rate it completely on its own merits, in which case we'd just have to effectively rate this based on Skyrim, right? Because it's Skyrim. Or we could just rate it, basically do the exact opposite of that, and rate it based off of the things that it does that Skyrim does not do. The fact that we have a definitive leveling system which involves killing things or doing actions to gain experience, which we can then spend on those points in the thing I'm not going to pull up right now. You know, these things being different. I didn't mean to hit that button. That was literally fat fingering it. So like this, for example, would be something unique to this mod and therefore something we could judge separate. So we need to decide. Because we've never done any kind of Premiere Run or In-Depth Classic on an expansion or a mod before. The closest we've ever come is the DLC of something. I forget which one it was. And we're going to be doing the Spider-Man DLC later, which, well, that's easy because we'll just have those be DLC pluses, right? Because we've already, see, in that case, in Spider-Man's DLC case, that's easy. We'll just do what we've already done, though. We've already established a precedence there. We'll just go back to the Spider-Man review and then add, like in, I think we did parentheses, these pluses and minuses are for, just for the DLC, right? But for this is a little different. This is a TC. So, which thing? Because there's like chunks of ruins just floating all over the place here and there. If you mean that, I don't know. Well, Trespasser would be the same thing I mentioned with the Spider-Man thing, Light. That's why this is kind of a unique example. In fact, I'm not even sure there is another thing like this. This is the first and only time I've been asked to review something that's literally a total conversion. TC. I think we're going to go with this. Well, hang on, since there's a idiot protection. So this memory allows you to use wolf blood potions and chymica as a means to transform into a werewolf. On this tier, the duration of your transformation is limited to at most 3 minutes. The strength of the wolf is calculated from many factors: your alchemy level, your attributes, your weapon, your spells. Individual levels of transformation can be enhanced with chymica. The lycanthrope is compatible to every style of play: rogue, assassin, mage, warrior. So this is obviously warrior, and that's obviously assassin, and that's obviously mage, and this is obviously the void. We must give in to the void. Yes. Honestly, I'm thinking we're just going to be basic here. Let's just be basic, guys. Hang on, we got to absorb some dragon souls really quick. How many memory points do we have? Ah, 1. Okay. I have no idea, Taquita. Damn right I can get memory points out of the way. Give memory... No, I'm kidding. As ever, the goal is to not cheat on a premiere run, although some people may dispute that. And those people are wrong. Okay. Leave. The Auric cheat? What's the Auric cheat? Loading. I can already tell you this is the downside of this leveling system right here. No, that is Auric, yes. I don't know what cheat you're referring to exactly. We didn't cheat going through Anthem. Kind of. We exploited. Twice. Ah, there's those bandits. Hang on, do I have a spell right now? Spells. Spells. What's the spells button? Is there a spells button? There is. Ha! How do I cast spells? Yeah, Zeiss said I skipped a dungeon. I'm not sure what he's talking about still. Whoops, god dang it. Well, okay.
Some folks just never learn.
Like the bite of a flea.
You fucking scum. You'll pay for that.
Unlikely. I've already died once. You can't kill me again. That's just logic. So, you never explained, Zeiss. How did I skip something?
That's all you got.
I mean, if you mean running out of the troll was way beyond my ability to kill. That was me fleeing for my life. I believe you, Zeiss. I just don't remember seeing anything there. It's part of an aggregate, Big Mama Frank. I still haven't heard any opinions on how we're going to rate this thing, by the way, guys. Hang on. These are both hypotheticals, but... Whoops. That's the wrong symbol. No, I get you, Zeiss. I just didn't see anything there, so whatever, I guess, at this point. Alright, I can do this. I can do this. Why is there a... Is that a... That's a skull. Why is there just a skull here? Whatever, whatever. Hang on. Okay, let's go up here. There's nothing in the skull except for teeth, and I can't really drink teeth. Or can I? Am I that visible? I mean, come on, game. My stealth skill can't be that bad, right? Right? Well, they don't seem to be charging me to kill me, so that's something, I guess. They're not even looking at me! Oh, no, we totally see you. Hi, SJ. God dang it. Run.
Some folks just never learn.
Run. Where's the guards when you need them? Sheesh.
What? That's all you've got?
Really? Waste of stamina, isn't it? Oh my god. It... What? What? There's another one? Oh god! There were additional bandits. There were additional bandits. Basically, yes, SJ. If you own Skyrim, then you got it. So you do have to purchase Skyrim, but it's okay. Skyrim is the most purchasable game of the last 3 years. Never should have come here. Yeah, apparently. Alright, whatever. I give up on those guys. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Laura, why do you keep trying to kill those bandits? I need gear. I'm actually trying to get some equipment going. But 3 bandits is beyond my abilities. Someone go stab SJ for me really quick. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Apparently not, Darren. I don't have any mods intentionally installed. Put it that way. And then we died to wolves. High upon a time. How many deaths is this? Hang on. Do I have this on easy? I'm gonna laugh if I do. Yep, this is on easiest difficulty. Okay. I will admit it's actually been quite a while since I've played Skyrim without mods or cheats. In fact, it would have been since... Well, I mean, I played for the live-action roleplay with mods. So I guess it's been an extremely long time since I played without mods or cheats. That sounds like Twitch twitching to me, Salder. I'm going to try Elementalist upon a time, in ignorance, because I have no idea what to build or make. So we'll see how this works out. It's okay, I finally got a spell. What the... Oh, God. Can you be a business mogul in Enderal, Zeiss? I'm just curious. No reason, really. Hello? There we go. That's nice. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna run, because I'm gonna die. The best part is I have to get up in a second to get my lunch. Looks like we de-aggroed, though. Whew, thank goodness. Okay, doing good. Whew, successful mission. Oh, thank goodness. We healed through leveling. We might survive our 4th encounter. I don't know why I decided to go mage. I know this is Skyrim. Magic sucks in Skyrim. I've changed my mind. We're gonna go warrior, guys.
Some folks just never learn.
I mean, it's fun to be Palpatine, but, you know. Alright, what do we got? Money. Just take everything. Magic is good in Skyrim with a crap load of mods. Even that I'm not so sure of. Let's see here. Only now, at the end, do you understand. I'm sorry, Bregwin, I'm not laughing at your thing, I'm laughing at that. Oh, that sucks, Bregwin. I am so sorry. I hope it's actually a good home, because I've seen bad homes, and they suck. Like you do. I'm a Templar! On the I'm part of the Peasants' Crusade, guys. For those of you know what that is. I love this running animation. Very heroic looking. Gotta keep the arms in. Get the waggle going, you know, get the momentum. Okay, so as long as it's a good home, then that's alright. I know good homes exist. I've seen one of them in my life. I'm not actually kidding about that. One. Hey, what's up? Remember me? Remember killing me like 3 times? Yeah, I do. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to say unlimited power. So you can see how much magic sucks. Aw. Poor person. Loot, loot, loot. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just suddenly picturing... You're finally awake. Will they get you for horse thief? No, I'm sorry. I don't remember the whole line of dialogue. Cheese! I love cheese. I love cheese. So now that we've actually successfully killed some guys, in fact, actually, let's double check what we just got here. What do you think? Axe or mace? I'm ambivalent. I like both. Dagger. No. I don't see leggings or pants, so I'm just going to assume the cuirass covers it, right? We have pants on, right? Do we have pants on? Okay, yep, cuirass covers pants. Got it. Just making sure. Just making sure. a walk. I've seen a few versions of it, Emotion Pond, usually in my own Discord. Oh yeah, so let's see what this thing was that, you know, nearly killed me earlier. What the? Ah! I'll take that, and that, and that. Stick all these offerings to this god. I'm sure they don't mind. They probably don't even exist. Or they're dead. Okay, Skull. I need you to stop being creepy. Got it? Okay. We'll workshop that. We'll put a pin in that. Heal with what, SJ? I actually don't have healing right now. Part of my problem. Sue. Of course I can. But what I really want... There we go. Hey! I take it back. I have a heal. By your powers combined, I have a heal. Alright, my arcane fever is now 30%. Woot! That's awful. I've changed my mind. We're not going to be a mage anymore. Which is weird, because near as I could tell, doing the lightning wasn't making that worse. What am I... right, this one. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's boon, heal, specifically raises arcane fever, whereas lightning does not. Huh. Well, let's go exploring randomly. That's what we're supposed to do in these games, right? What would I use cheese for in a magic system? Enhance delicious other 6. So pretty. Oh, sorry. Like you just cast it on something and it becomes more delicious. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Aw. Oh, right. Of course. Hello? Anyone in here? Take that as a yes. Poor miner. Killed by trolls, or undead, or bandits, or wolves. This whole area is kind of terrifying, isn't it, really? Like, if you think about it. Aw. Alright, let's get our work hours in. Gotta work off that debt. We all lift together. Together. Through the cold mist. Oh, yep, we're done. I mean, like I said earlier, Fireball Monavi, it feels like it's a pseudo-survivalist mechanic, which I am at least hypothetically in favor of, depending on what they do with it long term. We'll see. You know what I like best about the cave troll line in Fellowship of the Ring? He says it so just like he's just sighing, like they have a cave troll. Really? You know, you just hear the really in his voice there. Hey, the Dagger of Despair. I wasted all those years at college. This is a mace. I'm not sure I should be making those animations, but whatever. Dagger of Despair. 4 damage. Increases crit chance by 5%. Eh. Yeah, let's go ahead and wear the robe. I mean, in Tolkien, the cave trolls eat goblins. Now, the real question is, what do the goblins eat? Oh, god dang it, Dakota. Yeah, but what do the other goblins eat? I believe there is actually an answer to that, because it's Tolkien. I just don't remember. Um... 5 pennies per person and per day. It's very generous pay. There you go, there's our economics established. Okay. This is long. This is why I'm not reading this out loud, by the way. Interesting. Well, that's horrible. Where are the guards, though? Unless those are the skeletons. Okay, let me try to summarize what I just read, because I don't want to leave you completely in the dark. I don't either. More cowbell. There is a nearby castle, and it's holdings, right? Now, an incident happened some years ago in which basically someone ended up dying, and his son ended up going away, and they're not 100% sure what happened, but the most important thing here is that as a consequence of that, a spirit, an evil spirit, started inhabiting the kingdom, which became known as the Ash Widow. Now, the Ash Widow basically started pushing other people out of the region. Now, that's important because in the wake of this disaster in which the current nobleman's son died, he was left without an heir, so most of the other nobles in the area started fabricating claims on it because apparently this is Europa Universalis 4, and trying to claim it. However, each one that shows up to claim it gets rebuffed by the ghost. Now, this woman, Dara, which is the one who hired the miners to come here, she actually said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a claim on this place, and I'm going to make it stick because I'm going to successfully actually kick the ghost out. She's the one who hired these miners to mine that blue ore, which apparently really messes with your mind and causes you to go completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The guy writing the diary isn't exactly sure how the ore is going to help with the spirit, but as mentioned at the end of the note, the miners were thinking about basically fleeing the mines because it's not worth it, even though she's paying them a lot of money, including an additional 50 pennies bonus per person. So she stationed guards, armed guards, outside the mine to make sure nobody escapes. Not sure where the trolls come in. That wasn't mentioned there. I'm guessing the guards are the skeletons and the trolls are, I don't know, trolls. Yeah, you ever want an insight into Tolkien? He thought Lord of the Rings was too short. That's not even a joke. Although, I mean, there's the Silmarillion. Oh, God. Kill me. Anyways. Yeah, it's not Balrogs, Fireball Monabe. It's just trolls. I have no plans to. More cowbell. Movie going is kind of expensive, and I'm obviously limited by either what I have to do for the show or what my friends want to go see. Friend, I guess, at this point. In very short order, I won't be able to go see movies with my sister anymore, and that's gonna suck. So, whatever. You know, this isn't a great place for sunbathing, guys. I would say Dragon Age, Sankrist. But that's just the mood I've been in lately. I'm going to read this part out loud. The most abominable and dangerous form of entropy is necromancy. In this discipline, the conjurer is able to focus the energy of death and use it against his enemies. To understand this, the student of magic must be aware of the following. Death is an omnipresent power, inherent in every living being. It is present from the day of one's birth, although for the first 2 decades one's life force can withstand it. Afterwards, however, it drains one's vitality little by little until it is spent. An entropician is capable of bringing death that exists in other realities into ours in a focused way. The result is a fearsome thunderstorm of lightning and fire, the sound of which resembles the cries of the fallen ones. That's, yeah. I guess that's one explanation for age. Oh, speaking of which. Food! Cheese! I like the music too, Galaxy Tides. Anyone have any idea how long this game is, by the way? Because I got until Friday to finish it. Just idle curiosity. That's one thing I like about Skyrim much better over Oblivion. The lockpicking minigame. Yeah, no, it's just a preference thing, but still. I should probably stop screwing around and doing side stuff. Not really, Emotion Pawn. I'm gonna go ahead and give up on this. Don't have that many lockpicks as in general. Wouldn't be an Elder Scrolls game without a Rat's Quest, am I right? Did I already read this? I suppose that's exactly why I like it, Plutonia. Well, one of the reasons I like it. I mean, I suppose you could say the same thing about Oblivion. And Fallout 3, for that matter. Now, Morrowind, you had to rely on the skill. The skill was the only way to unlock stuff. So I really would like to have a conversation about how we should rate this game. Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Honest question. Because, otherwise I'm just going to have to wing it. And nobody wants to see me winging it. See, the thing is, I've never reviewed Skyrim. So I suppose we'd be arguably establishing the gameplay pluses and minuses for Skyrim. So, for example, the lockpicking, the combat, the way they handle magic, I guess I'd say the interface, but this is actually a mod. But I suppose that works too? Well, see, Sonic says we should do this like a DLC or expansion. But the problem is, we've never reviewed Skyrim. So we kind of can't. Why am I... What do you want from me, Takoya? Like... Okay. Lockpicking. In any other game, we'd have to review the lockpicking system as is. But this isn't Enderal's lockpicking system. It's Skyrim's lockpicking system. So what do we do? I talked about this earlier. We have a few options. We could just review it alongside Skyrim, effectively. We could take it completely on its own right. In other words, only the stuff that's new to this mod. Or I can't think of another option. I'm actually quite torn on this, and it's something that needs to be decided at some point or another. So Sonic is saying we should review the whole thing. I guess that really is the two options. We either review everything, including the Skyrim stuff, or we only focus on the new stuff. This is an extremely binary choice, Dakota. I don't understand why... I got nothing. I give up. Yeah, let's do a straw poll, because at this point, I'm lost on this one. So I'm curious of your guys' thoughts. As ever. Sue? We'll throw up a poll. There we go. And I'll go ahead and throw down the Voot image here, if I can find it. If I have it set up for this screen, I'm pretty sure I do. Nope. There we go. In the world? Why is this... Give me just a second here. Sorry. There we go. Stupid thing. No, you guys, you're cool. Okay. Hey, it's the strong box. Woo. Let's see.
Yesterday, Syrah and I sat under the old oak.
I mean, Skyrim would technically qualify as an in-depth classic at this point. But yeah, there's no plans to review that.
Yesterday, when Syrah and I sat under the old oak, she said something I can't get out of my head. The greatest peril in life is forgetting one's own ideals. These letters, the testimonies of my path, shall ensure that I don't. Letter 1, 8171 after Starfall. Yesterday, a keeper came into the village to offer me a novitiate. Apparently, old Mother Ilana set forth the matter after she realized I was magically gifted. Grateful as I am, the matter raises a strange train of thought. Maybe, in some grotesque way, it was good that my mother died that day. Why, you ask? Because it opened my eyes. Before, it was my only wish to make Father proud. Father, a fisherman. Now, I cannot help but feel anger when observing the village folk around me. Day in, day out, they follow the same routine. Wake up, work, carouse, and sleep. Is this all they want from life? Don't they too take note of the ills in this world and have the desire to change something? Only Sira is different. She understands what drives me, and she shares my dream of a better world. I told the Keeper that I will come, but only if she is granted an apprenticeship in Ark. Thank Malphas he agreed. Letter 2, 8186 after Starfall. 15 years have passed since my last letter. Sira and I now live together in a small house in Ark. It's been 5 years since I undertook the Holy Trial, but despite what I thought, I did not join the military wing of the Order. Instead, I became a Magister. Why? Because the children I teach will shape the future of this world. Because there is enough bloodshed already. 2 weeks ago, the Trinchessa approved Sira's concept of the food bank. It obliges every wealthy citizen of Ark to pay a handful of pennies to the Order, with which the Order will provide a warm meal for the Undercity dwellers once a week. Their reactions embittered me. The decree does not ask for much, yet they protested as though we threatened to take their homes. I will never understand people like them. As sad as this may sound, I am happy. My life provides me with a feeling of purpose, and I still have Sira at my side after all these years. It is strange, even though I know you will never read these lines, it almost feels as if through them I can speak to you. Sira, I love you.
So you were voting... It sounds like Dakota and Sonic Nectar are both voting for the first option, then, if I'm understanding correctly. I'm probably not.
Sira is dead. Killed by 2 Undercity dwellers as she helped prepare the food bank. How swiftly these words are written. Yet how can I even remotely begin to express this pain, this void? Sira always said it helps to write, yet it doesn't. I sit here watching the ink dry and the letters form the words of a stranger in my own body. I am a stranger when I wake up in the morning. I am a stranger when the sun sets at dusk. I am a stranger when I lie in bed at night. The path condemns suicide as a crime because we all have a purpose in this world. But what is mine? I look ahead and I see 30 winters of solitude. I look back and I see nothing but a trail of broken dreams. Our food bank caused brawls and murder in the Undercity. The rich forced the Trinchessa to revoke the decree. So tell me, Malphas, is this my purpose? To fail? My thoughts are chaos and I'm too tired to continue writing.
Okay, so, my bad, I misunderstood. So Dakota has voted for the second option. I'm not voting on this one. This is a coin flip to me. This is an extremely unique circumstance. I honestly doubt we'll ever have anything quite like this on this show. So, yeah, I don't know. Advice on fanfiction? Yeah, actually, I do. First, talk to Braglin. Then, do whatever she says. Also, all the sex stuff. Okay, I'll stop being sardonic for a second. I would say... words. Advice on fanfiction is basically the same advice I would give on any fiction. Just, you know, it depends on your... Find your writing voice. Figure out what kind of style and approach you like to writing. Make sure you get as much stuff on the paper as you can. Don't be afraid to edit and rewrite your stuff. don't fixate too much on anything. So don't put tons and tons of stuff down and not go back and reread it. Don't put a little bit of stuff down and redo it constantly. Don't put several things down and get stuck in the loop of rewriting and rewriting and rewriting, and don't do that. Basically, bit of a moderate approach. I know, shocking. Requires a key. Hate that. What else? What else did you ask? Oh yeah, why do I think fanfictions get too much hate? Why do you think DLCs get so much hate, Emotion Pun? Or microtransactions, for example? Very carefully, Plutonia. Every time I do it, I have to destroy 15 stars just to make the energy necessary to Alt-Tab in Skyrim. So, since nobody answered, I'll answer my own question. The reason DLCs and microtransactions have a bad reputation and people hate them in general is because so many people abuse them. In other words, we have so many examples of them being bad. And that is why I think fanfictions have a bad reputation. Because you don't hear about the good fanfictions all that often. But you always hear about the bad ones. And there are so many bad ones. So that's the answer to your question. And Bragan would know. She's the expert. Am I really? Really? I think I will actually take that. Look, grave robbing is just what an adventurer does, okay? It's just life. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry, Maverick. One more week. And then we'll see how bad the new one is. God, you know one run I'm dreading? An in-depth classic of Oblivion. Because as much as I love that game, that is a deeply flawed game. I can already predict what that one will be. Several pluses to story. Few minuses to story. And a whole lot of negatives to gameplay.
Hey, you there! Yes, you! Do you want to know a secret?
No.
Well, I found something. Something really, really awesome. But I need help from somebody as tall and strong as you. How about it? I show you what I mean, and you promise to help me in return. What do you say?
Uncertain and no, respectively, Zilog. I'm going to try to not be offline as quickly as possible. I mean, obviously, but it's not really in my power. Why aren't you asking your parents?
Dangerous? I don't know. You wouldn't be as close to the village and to the guards then, would you? And I don't want Daddy and the others to find out about this. That would spoil the surprise. I'll show you in a moment, but first, you have to promise to help me. Come on, don't be a chicken.
My favorite part is there's no option. Like, there's literally no option to just be like, nope. Oh, I guess there is. I can just leave. There we go.
Hey, you there. Yes, you.
Sure.
How about
Yeah.
it?
Yes, I would love to go with this.
I knew you'd say yes. Come, follow me.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey, what's up? Wasn't I just here? What? Kid? Kid! Okay, okay, whatever.
Look, I found this yesterday when I was searching for shells. Awesome, isn't it?
It's a casket.
Yes, and you know what? If you shake it, you can hear a rattling, as if there are coins in it. All we need to do is break it open, then we can split the loot. And I could give Daddy the money for the pointy beard man. So what do you think? I've already tried to open it, but it just won't budge.
Pointy beard man?
Yeah, that man from the big city, who always comes after a moon turn. He wants money from the farmers. Daddy says he works for this Jank or Boric or something like that.
You mean landlord. So he owes his landlord money.
Yeah, I think so. He always tries to make us think everything is okay, but I'm not stupid. And maybe there are enough pennies in this box for Daddy to pay the pointy beard man. Who knows?
Okay, whatever. No matter what you try, the lock won't open.
Yes! Awesome! Let's see what's in there. There are... Oh, come on. What is that?
What is it?
There aren't any pennies. Only these weird nails and a piece of paper. Here, take a look for yourself.
Okay. Okay, that's dumb.
So, does it say anything?
It's just a poem.
A poem? What if it's a riddle? That's what you grown-ups call it, don't you? What does it say exactly?
I'll read out the verse out loud, because I'm a moron.
A blessing in distress? That... Oh, sugar, why do you grown-ups always have to talk so complicated? That is... Wait. Father Vildus, the priest, he always talks about blessings at the sermons. Maybe the writer is talking about the shrine, the one behind our house. Quickly, you should go take a look over there. I have to go back to the farm to feed the Leors, but tell me at once if you find anything.
Sure. Cheese and crackers. Make sure you voot, by the way, if you haven't.
Did you look at the shrine yet?
No. Hey, what's up, dude?
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
Indeed. That texture just looks wrong there. That dirt texture. Look at that. I guess that is literally wrong. Anyways. Is this the shrine? It's between the house and the beach. Got it. So it's not the old tunnel. Yeah. So anyways. No, I appreciated King's Fold. I was obvious. I had no idea where to look. Behind the farm, and I'm like, okay, and you notice there's no quest marker. You ever wonder what it would be like if, like, in real life, anytime you get in combat, all of a sudden this music fires up? And it would be worse if you're not actually in, like, actively trying to be in combat. Just all of a sudden you hear the music and you're like... Did anything? Hello? Now, take that and take another step. Imagine if you were, for example... is that it? That's probably it. Imagine if you're, like, on the bus, right? And you're just sitting there, reading... playing your Switch, whatever. And all of a sudden you hear dun 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 dun, dun, and you'll look up like, what the hell? And you'll look at the bus, and nobody on the bus is doing anything, and the music just keeps playing. And you're like, alright, whatever. Get off the bus, walk in the house, and you notice someone's been running, chasing after the bus this whole time. Like, I'll get you! Never should have come here! So anyways, hey, they left money. I like money. Wait, what? Okay. Or like a fly or something, fireball want to be. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, you'd hear it too. Because it's like just playing out loud or something. Last I checked, Brigwin, I haven't checked the results yet. How many people have voted? And bonus question. How many people are alive right now? Wasn't I already up there? Hang on, let's rewind. There's a guy... Oh, God. There's just a guy with an old William Shatner mask. Just standing there. 29 isn't bad. I think I'm going to leave it up for a little bit longer. Especially if it's that close. Dun 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 dun. Oh gosh, you know what'd be worse? You're in an airplane. Dun 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 dun. And you just know, as soon as that goes off, that down below you, there's someone down there who is just racing along at airplane speed, trying to keep up with you and aggro you. Occasionally plinking an arrow into the sky and not getting anywhere close to you. Sitting on the toilet. Dun 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 dun. Oh God, now what? I can't have 5 minutes to myself. I leveled. Woo! Whoa. Hello. Dun 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 dun. Except nothing's playing. There's no combat music. What the hey? Damn sugar. Apparently rats don't warrant combat music. Oh god, no, I'm sure most of you have either seen any references to or seen the original of the Twilight Zone episode. Well, okay, William Shatner was actually in several Twilight Zone episodes, but the one he's famous for, the one in the airplane.
Lucky hit.
Lucky hit. It's lightning, dude. Oh, I have finally become encumbered. Took a while. Alright, let's drop some things, I guess. That's the one. Nightmare at 20,000 feet. So imagine you're out there, you know, on the plane. All of a sudden, da 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 da. Yeah, like that. You look out and then, oh my god, you have to believe me. There's something on the plane. Why would I believe you? You're Hitler. I'm sorry. Couldn't resist that one. Well, I think this is the source. Still haven't seen a rock or a tree. We're a little more north than west at this point. If we get to the end of this river and we don't see anything, I'm just going to give up on this quest for now. I did look to the west, and I saw coastlines. I was like, alright, I'll follow the coastline. And then I saw a river, so I'm like, ah, the source. Okay, I'll follow the river. And I'm following the river. But Kingsfold is telling me, Lore, you're an idiot. Stop being so stupid and go kill yourself. And Kingsfold is right, I should do both of those things. However, I don't own a gun, so for the interim, I'll have to go ahead and turn around instead. Just curious. Oh, although, take those. What? I heard wolfing. People exist. Or dogs exist, one of the two. I mean, it's true, I don't own a gun. I think I'm actually one of two of my friends that doesn't. Yeah, me and the other friend, that's it. Ooh, carrot. Oh, no. What else we got here? Spoiled cheese. Does poison damage. Yeah, let's not do that. Pheasant meat. Ooh, that sounds good. Just salmonella damage. No! Wow, Darren. Those poor pirates. All they ever wanted was some loot. I mean, can't we say the same about most of us? I look so stupid. Look at me. I mean, it's not like you can look cool in an Elder Scrolls game without mods, am I right? I suppose that's debatable. But all I'm going to say is Oblivion glass armor. That's why it's still a hypothetical, Colgrim. I'm still debating. Okay, so, looking to the west, which is that way. There's a hill. There's apparently a chard tree on the hill. Well, I mean, is that a chard tree? That might be a chard tree up there. And that would have been to my left at the time. Aha! That is a chard tree, I think. I think there's even a partridge in it right now. I wonder if there's a path up here. It just kind of occurred to me. I don't really think in terms of paths when it comes to these games. Chard tree. And drop in frame rates. Yikes. For the game being the worst game ever. I don't remember. Cyclone. Hi, Baron. Okay. Hey, Vinroot. Because we're not on the Nern, obviously. We're in the Nern. Lunch? No, I'll be having lunch in about an hour at this point. If anybody sees anything that I'm obviously missing, just let me know. Please feel free to point out how blind and stupid I am. Little bit, yes, Morcavo. It's kind of a habit. Oh, you're fine, Sal, dear. I find humor's the best way to deal with it myself, and that's why I joke about it. Because if I didn't... Well, you know the saying, right? You don't laugh, you cry. But I apologize if I offended or hurt you, Salder. That was obviously not the intent. So... FOV is fine to me. If it's giving anybody issues, then we can talk about it, but, yeah. We tried that for Skyrim, although I had to actually revert it because it was making me sick. Near as I can tell, I have like the opposite FOV requirements of other players. I don't know why. So I apologize if this is causing anybody any issues. I'm trying not to do this all that often, just to kind of help. Which is very hard to do, because that's actually very much my habit when playing these games. I talked about that during the Oblivion roleplay, and Third made fun of me for it and everything. Yeah, every time I look over there, the frame rate just dies. I've noticed that consistently. Okay. Fair enough, Colgrim. I have no idea, Baron. Really. I would imagine there are quite a few mods that by their very nature would be incompatible with this. So I found treasure.
What? Really? That's awesome! How much was it? I get one half, you get the other.
It was, so I could give him half, a third, or none! I'll give him half.
Oh, wow! This is so much! Man, you are awesome, do you know that? Thanks a bunch. I really hope this is enough for the pointy beard man. Come by anytime if you want to talk, okay? You're a good person, and Mommy always says there are too few. Hey, you there! Yes, you! Do you want to know a secret?
Now that's interesting. I swore I had the autosave set to every 5 minutes. Pretty sure I did, actually. Let me double check that real quick. Because it's an option. Settings, autosave. Yeah, every 5 minutes. How interesting that it's just decided not to do that. Huh. I'm not sure what to think of that. Well, on the plus side, I think we're not a criminal anymore, which is good, because I wasn't sure how to deal with that, to be completely honest. I could use 50 pennies, though.
Hey, you there! Well, I found... How about it? I show you what I mean, and you promise to help me in return. What? Awesome! I knew you'd say yes! Come, follow me!
I will never kill chickens. Pigs, on the other hand. Yeah, good to know now. I agree. That's actually, so to answer Takota's question, that's why I hadn't quick saved after that, because I didn't see that killing the chicken made me a criminal. So I only had your guys' statements to go off of for that. So I wasn't sure. So basically, you know, I didn't want to be a criminal. So I was kind of waiting on quick saving to see what happened, and it turns out that was a good thing, as previously indicated.
So what do you think? I've already... Sure. Yes! Awesome! Let's see what's in there!
You might wonder, Lore, why are you still doing this quest? It's 50 pennies.
There aren't any pennies, only these weird nails and a piece of paper. Here, take a look for yourself. So, does it say anything? A poem? A blessing? Maybe the writer is talking about the shrine. The one behind our house. Quickly, you should go take a look over there. I have to go back to the farm to feed the...
True, Kingsville. I believe you, Darren. I just didn't see it. Obviously, I believe you since now it has been proven to be true. What? We just did this. This isn't cheating. If you really want me to reload the save and do that again without cheating, I will. But I don't care, because that's not cheating. That's... we already did this. I wouldn't feel bad about loading a state, either. I actually once got into a really big argument with a friend of mine, and it actually made me angry enough that I had to just dismiss myself from the conversation for a bit, because I was using a Game Genie code to add the auto sprint option to Final Fantasy VI, and he insisted that it was cheating and that I was cheating the game, and I did not agree, basically. And like I said, it got a little heated. Oh, God. I think you have mentioned that, Dakota, yeah.
What? Really? Oh, wow. You're a good person, and Mommy always says there are too few.
Save. I suppose it's... I admit I find it to be a bit of a hot-button topic. You know, one of my own controversial topics, something that pushes my buttons, so to speak. But I will also admit that people have been arguing about what exactly defines cheating for decades when it comes to video games. And I doubt it's going to be settled anytime soon. I mean, just to give you one example of the argument I'm talking about, there is a... It's that dog. It killed me. There's a glitchless percent run of, I forget the game, it doesn't even matter, where the player regularly pushes through the geometry in order to go out of bounds in order to reach his goals. Now, the point is, according to the definitions of the category, it's not using any glitches, of which there's like a list of them, and these are the glitches you can use, and it doesn't do any of those. But you can see how some people look at that and go, I thought this was glitchless percent. It is. As always, I tend to think in terms of categories. As long as we are all set on the definitions walking into it, then we can have a discussion about it, because we all agree on the same rules, basically. Alright, Tazara, if you don't voot, there's only one thing that will happen to you. On your knees, Tazara. I don't want to actually do that.
Who are you?
I'm just a traveler. You're Alfred, right? Childhood friend of a man named Yero?
Yero, this is about his death, isn't it? The rampage.
You heard about it?
Of course, who hasn't? Yero was one of us, after all. It is terrible. Simply terrible. You want to hear an old man's opinion, though? I always expected that something like this would happen. Malphus, forgive me for talking about a keeper like that, but it's the truth.
You mean you saw it coming? How?
Hard to explain, really. Come on, let's find somewhere to sit. It'll be easier to talk that way.
Okay. So Sylder doesn't understand the question, so let's define the question. This is a Skyrim mod. We are reviewing a Skyrim mod. So we have to define the category, going back to what I was talking about earlier, of what exactly qualifies a reviewable topic, because there's only two real options here. We either review the mod and only the things the mod has added or changed from Skyrim, or we review everything, basically as if we were reviewing Skyrim with this mod installed. So everything that Skyrim does is also included in the review. Make sense? Okay, fine. Me and my dorky hat sit down here.
Well, Yero, that's quite a subject, you know. You were right when you said we were best friends. Our fathers knew each other. For as long as I can remember, Yero and I were getting into trouble together. At least, until his mother died. No. Bandits killed her in broad daylight on Penny Road. Today these incidents are common, but not back then. The road was considered safe. Very safe. She was on her way to Ark, accompanied by 3 other women, and they were set upon at the pass. None of them survived. Yero was shattered. I think the worst part was how his father went downhill after his wife's death. The fishery decayed, and the poor guy filled his days with boozing and sleeping. It changed Yero forever. Well, that's a good question. On the one hand, he became a man, despite his tender age. On the other hand, something inside him woke up, so to speak. a desire to make more of his life. Old Mother Jenica noticed it and took him under her wing. He learned how to read and write, and soon he knew all the holy verses by heart. When he didn't have to help his drunken father, he helped in the village as much as he could.
Well, that would be the all option then, Salder. So he transformed his grief into productivity. Sounds like a rather positive development.
Indeed, that's one way to look at it. It wasn't long before he was the jewel of the village, the striving young fisherman destined for great things, even though he was only on the path of a manufacturer. And then the inevitable happened. A keeper of the order came to Riverville to see the prodigy with his own eyes. And behold, in addition to Yarrow's ingenuity, he also had a slumbering magical talent. The keeper took him away, and a few months later, he started his novitiate. Since then, I've only seen him once or twice, as he rarely visited Riverville. I don't think he ever noticed how much that hurt me.
I'm sorry, is it uncommon for someone on the manufacturer's path to get a chance to be a keeper? Because your caste system is ridiculous, stupid, and evil, as all caste systems are.
If one of the manufacturers makes it to Sergeant of the Guard, it's reason enough for a bard song. He must have been the first novice in centuries who was not of the sublime path. So yes, it is uncommon. More than that.
So what'd you mean by you always suspected something would happen?
Oh, it's hard to explain. I believe it was the way he was talking about his grand plans. How he wanted to make the world a better place, to become the greatest keeper since Loram Waterblade. Underneath all this there was an anger. An anger mixed with deep grief and disappointment. I don't think he was aware of it because he drew all his strength from that anger. The strength to do all this, to learn and to work day and night, but it frightened me, like the Blue Death. It slumbers inside the pathless mage who believes he can master magic without the Order's help. At first, it grants power, but then, one day, it bursts out in an unholy wave of destruction, turning him into one of the monsters in the old songs. Anyway, I'm just an old man. What do I know about these matters? Now let me go to sleep. All these memories are making me weary.
Alright, thanks for your help.
Yes, of course.
Now to kill everyone in town. Stab, 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 stab. I'm reminded of a Skyrim comic, a web comic, I believe. Hi, we're cool, right? Cool. Roughly stated, it was something like there's two NPCs just chatting with each other, right? Just hanging out, and one of them says, "You don't understand. You can't trust the Dragonborn. He's evil." The other's like, "You're kidding, right? Like, he has done everything in his power to make life better for everyone. He helped orphans. He's taken care of the problem." It's like, yes, I know, but you don't understand. I just got this feeling. And then the upper left, it suddenly says quick save. And this Dragonborn goes running around and just starts massacring everyone in town. And the guy's like, "I knew it! I knew it! I always knew he was evil! Now at last you see what I see!" And then, quick load. I swear that Dragonborn's up to something. You're just paranoid. I should find a vendor. Unload all this junk. Get some money. God Dang it. Streaming Skyrim. Sigh. Oh my god, those frame drops are literally disorienting. It's always when I look over there, too. There's something over there that just makes it go... Okay. Okay. Also, lol, Tazara. By the way, if I didn't say it, hi, Tazara. That would be terrible, Sildir. Well, thank you for vooding, Renzada. Hope you're enjoying Kingmaker. And hello. Like, imagine if you could just be like, da-da-da-da-da, and then you die! In horrible, screaming agony. She didn't even stop. She was just like, no, I got work to do. And then, like, all of a sudden, she remembers all that. And she's like, what the hell? Hi. Oh, it's another Dragonborn trying to kill me. Whatever. Let's see if we can find a vendor. Center of town. Okay. Yes, the Dragonborn's true power has always been the power of the quick save. I'm not even kidding about that. I mean, have you ever done Iron Man mode runs of Skyrim? Or Oblivion? Or Morrowind? Because those can be pretty rough. And it's really easy for basically a bug or a single misstep to make you go, whoop! That's the end of that. Actually, that's probably the blacksmith. Hey, are you a blacksmith?
Yes.
Are you a blacksmith?
Of course.
Blacksmith. Okay, so... here we go. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's see here. Get rid of all the armor I'm not wearing. All of it. Be gone. No shields, of course. That would be insane. Hold on to the claymore for right now, because I'm still debating not being a mage. That would be terrible, Sildir. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Whoops. Hey, Disco. What's going on? Ah, there it is. Damn it, Saldir. Told you those players would be bad for you.
Some things never change.
Did I just steal?
Huh? Can I help you?
Any news?
What? You mean apart from frenzied animals, hordes of living dead lurking through the wilderness and this whole red madness thing? No, none. Just be careful when you're outside the walls.
Yeah, there's crime everywhere. So hang on, I think I stole, and I don't actually want to steal, so give me a moment here. I'm not even sure if I did. No, I do not, Disco.
How may I be of service?
If I had to say, I'd say Enderal sounds like a region, but then again, I'm probably biased, because I think it does mean that. Yeah, they always just know somehow. I don't want to buy that. Why not? That's stolen. How do you know? In fact, I believe Awkward Zombie did a comic about that. Whoops. Oh, whatever. care that much. Keep one of those instead. But yeah, it was like this guy was selling a bunch of stuff to a vendor, and the vendor's like, "Hey, wait a second!" The guy's like, "What?" "This is stolen!" He holds up an apple. "What? Yeah, sure, don't buy that then." "Okay, I'll buy the rest of your stuff, but not that apple. That's a stolen apple."
Oh. Yes, of course.
Alright, what do we got here? Ooh, ambrosia. Those are really expensive. Wow. Those are also pretty expensive. How much money would he have? We do not have that much money. We got some spell scrolls, though. Let's go with the trifecta for now. And that's it for right now.
Farewell.
What? Oh my god, embrace your inner child with... whatever that says. Every night, channel the voices of the new age by cosmic dancing at the Honey River. Why is there a creepy face with a creepy jaw thing? Why are there so many guards here? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Sildir. Lord knows I enjoyed them a bit more when I went through the second time. Oh, speaking of which, since this is... whoop! Let's try that again. Let's get rid of these spoiled cheeses. There you go, anyone want some cheese? It's all yours. Alright. This button. Wait. What am I doing? I can fast travel. Can't I? They took out fast travel? That's... okay, well, we'll see, because I'm guessing right now I only have one flight path, which would be the town I was just at. I don't even know what about that flight path is it. I don't know if that's negative worthy, but I don't think that's good. Okay, that's not doing it. No, it's C. Yeah, alright. It's not doing anything. Do I not have it equipped? I don't have it equipped. Gosh darn it. No, that one. I mean, I've made my argument many times about why I think fast travel is a good thing as an optional game mechanic. I have never heard an argument that has convinced me of making fast travel a bad thing in a game like this. Now, I have heard many arguments against quest markers, and I actually agree with several of those. But fast travel? Yeah, they don't add nearly as much as the original trilogy, for better or for worse. Probably at least in part because they already had more stuff than they intended to, thanks to the stretching. That's an interesting question, Cyclone. And it depends entirely on if we're counting Skyrim in this review or not. Because functionally, this mod is not actually free. You do have to buy Skyrim for it. That being said, I usually try not to really consider price in reviewing something, unless it's a substantial plus or minus. And something being free would be pretty substantial, I'll admit that. It's like a really good game being $15, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's... Why do I have human flesh? Why do I have a human heart? God, get out of my inventory. Where's the... Oh, God, I can't think of the name of the damn thing. I just... There they are. No, I remember Kingshold. Although I'm not sure I did in this reality. Nope, I did. Ludol. Got it. And this is... Yep, this is this town. Or this house. Okay, whatever. I mean, Silt Striders are awesome. But, yeah. Bloody Skull. Let's just, put this... Nope. Just go away. No, further away. There we go. Just don't want to look at that. Cute. Very cute. I wish to create a talisman of unlimited power to contain the paradoxes of my magic. I should probably also heal and not run into that trap right in front of me. Yeah, no kidding, so there. It's doubly a shame since, you know, the Hobbit trilogy is specifically designed to be a prequel to the Hobbit, to the...
I know, I can't sing.
To the Lord of the Rings trilogy. AKA, they should have thought about that stuff, but, you know, whatever. As they say.
Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck?
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, Zelda. It's one of the crunchiest films I've ever seen. Like, there's tons of games we could talk about which had a lot of crunch in their development cycles, but it's actually much more rare that I can point to such a definitive example of a movie that had crunch.
Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck?
Actually, yeah. So, Yarrow was trying to get rid of. Here's the book.
Interesting. I didn't know about his companion's fate, to be honest. Irony of fate, isn't it? Murdered by those you wanted to help. but the Order will definitely be interested in these letters. Well done. That just leaves the old man in the village.
Well, I had a chat with him.
Well, well. That's interesting. Good work. That should be all we need then. Splendid.
What about you? Did you find anything?
I did, and now I finally know what to make of it. Come, follow me.
Everything is gritty and dark and horrible. Gray and black and yuck and black. Sorry, I've never liked the aesthetic of Skyrim. Ever since I first played it. Something about it just doesn't work for me.
I present a Star People's lock. And I bet my buttocks we'll find another answer behind that door over there.
Okay, what the heck is a Star People's lock?
Doesn't surprise me. This kind of lock is usually only found in treasuries or castles. But they can be picked, though that's going to be quite the challenge without the bolts.
You need bolts? See you around, Adam.
Normally, yeah. It's quite simple, actually. Every keyhole has a matching bolt that latches into place once you insert it. And once all the keyholes, 5 in our case, are latched, the door the lock protects opens up. If you don't have the matching bolts, however, you should prepare yourself for the most frustrating break-in of your life. That is, if you don't happen to be Jaspar. Who knows a little trick?
I actually agree with you on that, Dakota. Several of the wintry areas look pretty good in Skyrim. Like the northwestern and the northeastern areas, up near, Matehold. I forget what it's called.
You can use wooden sticks instead of bolts. They'll break a couple of seconds after you put them inside the lock, but if you manage to get all 5 sticks into place before the first one breaks, you can basically trick the mechanism. It's all about speed, in other words. So I'd say you do the running, and I'll wait near the pressure plate. You ready?
Okay.
Splendid. Here are the sticks. All right, go!
What the hell's sprint? No, seriously. Left alt. Well, that's not going to do. Let's do V for that one. Run. Run. Run some more. Do. This is actually kind of neat. Where's the other ones? They're out there, aren't they? Should have saved, but I'm a big dummy. Okay, nope, they're all this way. Alright, whatever. Where the hell are these? So there's that one up there, there's that one up there. And then those... Oh, there they are. Okay, I couldn't see that at all. I literally couldn't see that. Do you see where they are? They're right there, right in the middle of the screen. Still have trouble seeing those. Okay, take 2. Did it go? There we go. Where's the last one?
Damn, that was too slow.
Where's the last one? There it is. God, I cannot see those. This is actually kind of a neat puzzle. It's just, I literally can't see the mark. Yeah, it's right there. God.
Brilliant. We're really good at this. Now let's take a look and see what the old Magister didn't want anyone to see, shall we?
Yeah, that's why I started running in the other area. I saw them on the mini-map thing up there, the radar, and I was like, oh, it's got to be over this way. Okay. That makes sense. You know, one...
Ugh. A fire elemental. And not a weak one. This Yarrow knew about magic, that's for sure. That leaves us with the question of what exactly this is supposed to be.
Looks like a corpse.
I suppose that's his companion. Though it's interesting that he was already on the wrong side of the law way before his rampage.
He was on the wrong side of law? Why?
Well, burials are considered heathen here in Enderal, and have been forbidden for about 300 years now. Here, corpses are always cremated. The whole thing's called the Last Journey. The deceased is taken to a place he or she considered special during his or her life, immediately after dying. That's the only way the soul can move on to the eternal paths. Sounds very poetic, but I'm pretty sure the only reason the Order introduced the law was to prevent plagues. Plus, they might have noticed that too many lost ones running around on trade routes aren't that much fun for wanderers and traveling merchants.
Okay, so burying someone is a crime.
Yeah, but of course that only goes for the little man. The rich and powerful still tend to their family crypts, and there are still plenty of old vaults around from the time before this whole last journey thing was begun. And it's good that way. What would life as a treasure hunter be like without the notorious noble looking for family jewels in a century-old grave?
Right, so what now?
Let's take a look around and see if we find anything.
Woogie. Save. I need to buy some food next time I'm in town, too.
Beloved Sira, this is my last letter. In it, I ask for forgiveness, for it was I who murdered you. No, of course, it wasn't me who held the knife, but it was me who infected you with my fallacy. The fallacy that the world wants to be saved. It doesn't. Yes, Sira, there's still a part of me who refuses to believe these words, even as I write them. But just one look is enough to prove me a fool. We have so much, yet we are never content. We could make peace, yet we choose war. We embrace hatred over love. And no, Sira, there is no hope, no silver lining, no matter how much we try to tell ourselves the opposite. Mankind is at its end. It has been since some mad god created it for his amusement. A Quiranian philosopher once said that there comes a time in our lives when we make a choice to live virtuously, yet in austerity, or ignobly, yet in pleasure. The philosopher called this second choice choosing the void, because this is what lurks behind its pretty face. Do you see it now, Sira? The bitter truth? They all chose the void, all but us. We who dreamed of something bigger. We who were willing to make a sacrifice for the greater good. Just imagine what we could have done if we hadn't been alone. But we were alone from the very beginning. And no, Sira, these words do not come easy. You of all people should know that. I wanted to believe there was hope. I wanted to believe that all one has to do is remain strong. But look where our idealism brought us. Here I am, in front of your dead body, murdered by those you wanted to help. We should have fled to a faraway isle to grow old together. But we didn't. And why? Because I corrupted you with my delusions. I, too, will go, Sira. I don't think there is life after death, and I do not care. But before I make my exit, I will give this world what it deserves. Do you remember? They all chose the void. They shall have it.
What's that? Let me see. Uh-huh. A tragic ending for a tragic personality, I'd say. Well, I think that should suffice. Well, what should I think about it? Yarrow was a self-righteous fool, just like all these do-gooders are. They celebrate themselves as great messiahs as long as everything goes well, but once they fail, it's the bad, bad world that's responsible for it. The wise hermit has a good saying for that. People are only idealists until it starts to hurt. He and his lady should have simply stayed in Riverville.
Whatever.
Glad you see it that way. Yeah, we are. Here, I've got 2 teleport scrolls that can take us right back to Riverville. Just meet me in the tavern once you're ready to go. I have some stuff to take care of, so there's no need to hurry. Farewell.
So I was about to freak out and be like, oh my god, it's bugging, but I think that's just a recall scroll in action there. Well, cool, as they say. Oh, let's search and let's loot. Gotta loot. Very appreciate. I actually did completely miss that Kingsfold. Yes, this is a Skyrim mod, Gellert. Yes, Anthem is done. Any other questions? Other than cheese wheels, obviously. I was just about to say, no, we've gotten so far without crashing. But it didn't crash. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to beat Anthem. I could be wrong about that, but pretty sure. Well, obviously cheese, Gellert. See you around, Sildir. Aurora Borealis. At this time of day, and this part of the world, at this time of year, localized entirely within Enderal. I think what I'm going to do here, since we're extremely close to lunchtime... Well, no, I'll just keep going, whatever. Ooh. Whoa! Whoa! That's it? I got a potion out of that? Yeah, whatever. At least I got some experience out of it, so that's nice. How's the poll going? Could someone do me a favor and see how many Voots we have so far? Really? Whoa, 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 whoa. Not cool, man. I don't think I'm lucky for setting you on fire. That's just tactics right there. See, look, you're on fire now. Enjoy. Ow. Wait, where's his corpse? There's his corpse. Where's the other guy's corpse? Excuse me, dead guy. Dead guy. Dead guy, where are you? Should have been over here somewhere. Ah, whatever. I don't need to loot that badly. I'll take that, that, that. What's the backstab hammer animation? Oh, there goes his skull. Eesh. Didn't I? Oh, right. Last timeline. Ooh. That sounds really painful. We beat it. We completed Anthem. We're done.
Watch yourself.
We usually don't keep playing a game after we complete it. Thought about doing endgame. Then I realized I'd rather stab my eyes out, so I kind of decided not to. While we're here, we need to buy some friggin' food. You know, that's not how you're supposed to... You know, whatever.
Huh? What do you want?
Now, if it isn't my new pal, how about a sip of wine?
Yeah, no. Fever, remember? Thanks anyway.
Right, the fever. Almost forgot about that. So, are you ready for our little journey? It seems that Riverville's Myrid's injured, so we'll have to go by foot.
What's Myrid?
Oh, right. You wouldn't know that since you're Naramese. Myrids are giant flying creatures. Quite nasty when wild, and quite useful when tamed. You can find Myrid towers all over Enderal. And for a small fee, the keepers in their Myrids can take you from point A to B in no time. But, as I said, Riverville's Myrid's injured, so we'll have to walk.
So, yeah, they are still striders, which I'm fine with. Give me a second.
Knew no shame could join her feasts. Her heart was empty, cold and sore, yet she craved for more and more. So little virtue left in her, and nothing left to lose. No matter who attended her, she raised her chalice in the air. Anyone could fill it.
Blazes.
Her thirst would never cease.
I know. I can't sing.
Another exhausted soul.
The Undercity, her sinful womb
Anyway,
bore fruit.
so what happened with that man? How did you get away?
I went to the guard nearby and started talking to her. The moment I did that, that cutthroat turned around and fled. Thank Malthus.
Let's hope so. Anyway, I need to go. The sermon will start soon. Apparently, the priest will read the verses of clemency today. Talk to you soon.
Will do. Bye.
Was killed and stomped into the ground, and ever since the
That's just how it is. Everything was better in the old days.
Huh? What do you want? A foreigner, huh? Well, you've chosen a strange time to visit this country.
Get out of my way! Damn it!
Yeah. It's not as if I can tell them that already.
Huh? What do you want?
Which ones, Dakota? Because the sound balance is real. But what else you got?
Huh? What do you want?
I can't wait? They got rid of the wait button? You gotta be kidding me.
Just sit on their asses and hope settle themselves. Idiots.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking much. Malthus's blessings. Huh? What do you want?
I want you to stop stirring the damn pot.
I really need that new herbal essence for my hair.
Huh?
There we go. I got in! I did it! Of course, I don't have anything to... Of course, I got nothing to cook with. I have nothing I can cook with. You gotta be kidding me. All that. And he immediately goes back to it, too. God, what a dick.
Welcome, welcome. What can... Oh, a bit of this and that.
All right, what do you got? What do you got?
Really good. Take a look for yourself.
I'll buy all your salt, first of all. What do you got? Like, for realsies. Wine, 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 and wine. What are you buying? Sorry. A lot of mead. Tons of mead. There's, like, no downside to that, too. It just increases stamina and increases mana regen. It's just... just fire coming out of the hand as you're like... That's how mages should be. Drunken mages. I have no idea what to buy. I do need something. Hang on, let's do this.
Safe travels.
Save.
Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself.
Well, you know, small beers, or that's not what they were called. I can't remember what they were called. I used to know that. The maybe it is small water. I don't know. What was I doing? This. And then this. It was like water from the river or booze. Explains so much if you think about it. Everyone was always drunk. Hello.
Safe travels.
Hey, what's up?
I just don't see the fucking point.
You know, that reminds me. How many of you guys have ever actually had experience with fan mods or fan translations? You gonna be okay, buddy? You're gonna be alright, don't worry.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking much.
Did she respawn? No, that's just another villager. But I don't bring that up for no reason. Because I've noticed there's a really weird trend. And I know I'm not the only one who's noticed this, because I know professional translators who have also noticed this. There's a weird tendency for fan translations and fan works to have just a weirdly large amount of cussing. And I say weirdly large because I don't mean like specific usage of cuss in order to emphasize a scene or cussing with the intent to add flavor or whatever. No, it's just cuss this, cuss that, cuss this. It's weird. And I don't like it every time I've seen it. What's his name? Clyde Mandelin is another person who has commented on this exact same issue.
Hello. Welcome. Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself. Safe travels.
Okay, I guess we're good.
Shall we go?
Yes, let's do it. Nah, I'm kidding. I gave up. I give up.
Fair enough.
This game has defeated me.
Can I help you?
Wow, a lot of these people are essential. Look at that. Essential, essential, essential. Was anyone... Okay, this guy was not essential. This person was not essential. I think everyone else in this room was essential. Sheesh. You know, back here, nope, she's essential. She's essential. Holy crap, game. There's a lot of essential people. Holy moly. Of course, he's still learning. Hey, you should stir the pot there, buddy. No, what we're going to do is we're going to chop off for now because it's lunchtime and nap time and all that fun stuff. So